enemies, starting with lust, dishonesty, hope for prestige, and corruption. I will fall at Nrsimha's feet crying and praying for desire to serve Krishna. I will ask to engage in the worship of Navadvip's divine couple without any obstacle. Fear itself is afraid of Lord Nrsimha. When will he be pleased and merciful to me? Even though Nrsimha's form is fearsome to the wicked, he is extremely gentle to Prahlad and other devotees of Krishna. When will he be kind to me and speak compassionately, promising to protect me from all dangers, even though I am a fool and without any worth? He will say to me, "Go and freely reside in the land of Sri Gauranga. You shall have affection for the holy name, and you shall engage in Yugala Bhajan, the service of the divine couple of Braj. By the grace of my devotees, all obstacles shall be removed. Now go on and experience the ecstasy of worshipping Radha and Krishna with a pure mind." When will Lord Nrsimha, having said words such as this, place his lotus feet upon my head? There at the gates of Nrsimha temple, I will roll in the dust in the ecstasy of love for the divine couple, which will suddenly descend upon me by his mercy. When out of his kindness, Nrsimhadev mercifully eliminates the obstacles of devotional life, fearlessly and unobstructed one advances on the spiritual path designated by the Guru. When the spiritual master is merciful, one obtains the fortune of attaining love for Radha and Krishna. So we will be tested many, many times. Prabhupada was once asked, Krishna tests us every day? Prabhupada says, to those who have responsible position, yes. To those who are rascals, they don't get tested. They don't get tested. To the materialists, they don't get tested. Devotees, they get tested. But especially to those devotees who are making advancement in Krishna consciousness. The more we are advancing Krishna consciousness, the test is more severe. Don't you think Prahlad Maharaj was tested here? He was put in the boiling oil, he was thrown in a mountain, he was burned by fire. Holika. She was telling Hiranyakashipu, sister, you don't worry. I'll take Prahlad Maharaj on my lap and just burn, no problem, because I have this benediction that I will never get burned. So she put Prahlad on her lap and they burned, both of them. Big fire. Big fire. You cannot see who is there because of the fire. Now when the fire suppressed, died out, only Prahlad was there. Holika got burnt. The benediction did not work when you try to eliminate, tease. The word was used was tease, T-E-A-S-E. Tease is another word saying offense, because Sadhuninda is the worst. So we're all going to be tested all the time, and hopefully by the mercy of Guru and Krishna we'll be able to pass the test. And the more we make advances, the more we want to get out of the material world, the more the test heightens. And then Prabhupada says, then when you become pure devotee, no more test. It's a different test now. It's not really a test. It's just like a loving exchange between Krishna and you. So all the time we should be watchful, like a radar detector, like in America when you drive the police, they can, they have a speed gun, but then the driver also has something to know whether the police has a speed gun or not, a radar, anti-radar detector. In some states it's allowed, some states it's not allowed. In India, you don't need it. You just go as low you like, even on the opposite side, no problem. But in our execution of devotional service, we have to be always careful, especially not to commit offense with another devotee. It doesn't matter whether the devotee is a newcomer or very senior devotee. Krishna will never forgive. In the heart of Krishna, his devotee resides, and in the heart of his devotee, Krishna resides. The devotee may forgive, but Krishna may not forgive. So we have to be careful this way. So today we should pray to Lord Nrsimhadev, somehow or other, make us more serious in our practice of Krishna consciousness. All the obstacles be eliminated only by His help and His mercy, that this can happen. I know that I have so many more material desires I have to get rid of, but seemingly because my nature is attachment. We are attached even to something which is not necessary. We are attached for something which is like garbage. Throw away. It's already throw away, and still we have attached, so we still want to keep it. How can I get rid of this? Do I need a sweeper to help me? No. I will tell the sweeper, no. I need it. I will need it some other day. Keep it there. Keep it there. No. I'm thinking of something. I will need this. We don't need it. This is the nature of the material world. We are attached to something that doesn't have any value. If we're going to have attachment, we should be attached to service of Krishna. Attached to my family, to my wife, to my husband, to my children, to my house, to my servants. Attached to many things which is actually temporary. And Prahlad Maharaj says this to his friends. This is false. This is false attachment. If we're going to attach to somebody, attach to the dearmost personality. Why do we have to be attached to Krishna? Because Krishna is our ultimate friend. We all want to be loved. The materialist wants to give love, but they don't have love. The materialist wants to be loved, but they don't want to love. The devotees, they can give love because they have love. The devotees, they only have faith that Krishna is the only one that can protect them, and He's the only one, their true friend. He's the dearmost friend. Prahlad Maharaj told his friends. Actually, his friends became convinced. They all became devotees. You see how powerful? They're all daityas. They're all demons. Prahlad Maharaj's friends, they says, no, we're still young. We don't. When we get old, yes, we will try. We want to become Krishna conscious when we get old, but now we want to play. Prahlad Maharaj says, you spend half of your life sleeping, 12 hours sleeping. First 10 years playing, first 10 years again studying, middle 20 years grihastha life, enjoying material life, and then the last 20 years as an old person, not able to gratify your senses because your senses is not functioning anymore. So 60% or 60 years of our life is already wasted. Now if you live for 100 years, well, how many years you have left? More than half of your life is finished. So while you're still young, or you're still 5 years old, 6 years old, this is the best time. And that's true. You can teach any 5-year-old boy or girl any language. Any language easily can understand and learn. And we have examples in our movement, like in Boise, there was this young teenagers there. They were taught while they were still young, Krishna consciousness. Was this homeschooling? The parents, they never let them watch television. If they're gonna talk, they only talk about Krishna. They read Krishna. Everything was Krishna consciousness. And they grew up to be very, very exemplary devotees. 3 of them I know. And they all graduated in Oxford University. So we have a Gurukul here. They're learning something. But when they go home, they go back to watching their television, or, you understand? It's not really like, in those days, even the son of a pauper, or even the son of a king, they were all sent to the Gurukul. They will all have the same education. They will all have the same way how to learn the process of self-realization. Nowadays, it's very difficult to find schools of the spiritual master. You have to learn while you're still young. Then it's easy. The one may say, well, what about now? I'm 20 years old, I'm 30 years old, I'm 40 years old, I'm 50 years old. That's too late. And Prabhupada, when he was preaching in New York, there was this one old lady, and the old lady, she's learning some yoga, and Prabhupada was preaching sometimes to this yoga studio. And the old lady says, Swamiji, why you came late? And Prabhupada says, because you are late. That's why I'm late. If I came before, then you are not here. So for us, we did not come to Krishna consciousness at 5 years old. We did not learn this. But because we have faith on the process, that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, better late than never. In any situation of life one is, or any age one has, Krishna consciousness is never too late. It's always on time, because that's the right time that we can actually take up to the process of Krishna consciousness. Some of us took Krishna consciousness in the early age. Some of us while we are in university. Some of us, we just learn later on. But it's the same. It's not how you start. It's how you finish the game. It's how you end up your life. So we should pray to Prahlad Maharaj also, that somehow he give us his mercy to follow in his footsteps, to have the same compassion like he has towards others in helping them on their march towards going back home, back to Godhead. We'll stop here. We can go on if you like, but I think you're very... Oh no, you cannot eat. You're fasting. You're fasting till dusk. Okay? So we stop here now. Many things. There's like at least 9 chapters more. Actually, practically the whole 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam is about Hiranyakashipu. And later on, when Prahlad Maharaj started to rule the planet, very, very enlightening to read. So engage yourself in reading and chanting today about the glories of Hiranyakashipu. Oh, no. Prahlad Maharaj and Nisinghadev. Srila Prabhupada Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna.